Getting the Navy's approval to fly in one of its most classified aircraft wasn't easy. But completing the training required to do this story was the real challenge. I got my flight gear.
This is the part where we learn how to use all the stuff that we have to use.
Okay. On the end of the hallway, make a right.
We go.
Right into the altitude chamber, a sealed room that simulates cabin pressure to prepare me for the hazards, including no oxygen.
You'll start becoming hypoxic. Your motor skills will slow down. Your heart rate will speed up. Your breathing will speed up. You'll watch your skin become very pale and white.
That's why the pilots have those oxygen masks.
It's pretty amazing how fast a person, once you put O2 to their face, they come right back within 10 to 15 seconds.
All right, that's one test down. Let's see what we got next.
Stroke is to keep your head back. Look at the ceiling. Don't look at your boots.
The most challenging part of our pre-flight training involves learning water survival techniques. For this, we've all got to get in the pool.
All right, this is our swimming portion. A 25-yard swim. For where my toe is pointing to the other side of the pool.
Sounds easy, right? It would be if I wasn't wearing a flight suit with a helmet and boots on. The key to this one is to stay relaxed and utilize your body's natural ability to float.
The more you struggle in the water, the more difficult it gets, and everything builds from there, and that's how people end up drowning.
I completed the swim eventually.
We survived. Wasn't pretty, but we made it.
I will probably never have to put this training to use, but the guys who fly to protect our warriors might.
It can happen, it happened before, and it will happen again.
All right, so NGU, Oceana.
Hours before takeoff, the pilots and crew prepare, crunching numbers. Calculations to determine proper speeds for takeoffs and landings.
With the multi-engine aspect of it, it definitely complicates things. And as you can see, there's a little bit more science that we have to do to make sure that we're safe.
Maybe it's because we don't have an ejection seat. I'm not sure.
Our pilot, Lieutenant Ryan Oberholzer, enjoys a good joke, but is all business as we approach the aircraft to begin the mission. This may be a familiar sight to Hampton Roads residents, but not too many people have ever seen the inside of a Hawkeye. That's because much of what this plane does is classified. The plane uses this sophisticated radar, the large dish perched on top of the fuselage.
Technical 2 Hotel Victor, will you talk to the Falcon Tower also?
The Hawkeye commands and controls the airspace for U.S. and coalition forces.
We can't do what we do unless we got dedicated guys like Jerry in the back there who make stuff happen.
I got a traffic on my 2 o'clock now.
The Combat Information Center, or CIC, is in the back part of the plane. Although the Navy granted 10 on your side exclusive access to this part of the aircraft, most of what goes on back here is classified, and we are limited as to what we can show you.
In the back of the E-2, we have 3 naval flight officers. The center seat's the mission commander. To my left is the air control officer, and to where you're sitting is the radar officer. Pretty much we run the mission according to commander's intent.
The Hawkeye is both the eyes and ears for carrier air wings flying combat missions.
Making sure that no unknown air contacts get in close to Mom without getting checked out by our fighters or us knowing who they are.
Mom, as they call her, is the carrier from which the E-2 missions originate. The Hawkeye gets its name from its ability to see for hundreds of miles around the ship with an eye on just about anything and everything moving.
What I'll do is I'll tune my scope a bit here so I have a good radar picture.
The Hawkeye's sophisticated radar enables it to track aircraft, including missiles, even some surface contacts, for hundreds of miles in every direction.
So I can see Connecticut, I can see New Hampshire there, and Rhode Island, and I can see the southern part of Massachusetts.
All of the lines you see electronically painted on the scope are aircraft. A lot of aircraft.
You can watch that many planes at once.
This system can do it with my interface, of course.
The vast amount of information the weapons system on board the E-2 processes enables battle commanders from ship to shore to make more informed decisions. Decisions that can ultimately determine the outcome of a battle.
It's a cliche, if you will, but I mean, knowledge is power.